like cooking, so I'll want to become actually cook. And that time, in that era, in that time I don't got the specific guidelines so how to move towards this profession. So that's why I'm here in teaching now.
Had I not been a professor, I would have probably been a mentor and a life coach.
I would be in the industry or research profession, so that I am continuing here. So this was the teaching and research is my passion, so that's why I left industry and joined in academics.
But from bottom of my heart, I would really thankful that I am a professor, because as a professor I am getting so much respect. My students are giving me so much respect. That is when if I would work in a company, so I was definitely miss out that.
My first choice was to join Indian Air Force and become a fighter pilot. And I tried for that. I applied for SSB, I applied for the medical section, but somehow that didn't work. So if everything would have gone properly, then I would always I'm having that dream.
I would like to work as a biomedical engineer because I missed that during this COVID situation. I would love to be a biomedical engineer.
Coming to me, actually from the start itself, I am very much interested in teaching and research work because my parents are also professors. So for that I am into the teaching from the start.
Okay. If not a professor, remember today professors are also doing a lot of research. So I would have been, if not in teaching, I would have been a researcher, inventor, designer, something related to maybe related to the knowledge field. Okay, field of knowledge creation.
So this is a very interesting question you asked. So I came to teaching out of my interest, and I really enjoyed my 3 decades of teaching in VIT. And if not in teaching, I would have been maybe in design department of some engineering company, or maybe in consulting firm. I would have worked. I feel so.
I could be in sports. I was a good runner and I used to play many sports. So if I am not a professor, I would be in sports.
Yes, I do remember names of my student. I use lot of interaction during my learning sessions. I use industry use cases, stories, movies, real world instances for imparting conceptual delivery to my students, and because of this interaction I could remember their names.
Initially I never took an interest in remembering the names of the students, but then later on I found that the students like it and their attention in class increases because of
Well, that depends on the characteristics that the students display. Some people, they are very laid back approach kind of people, whom I really understand.
Reading वाचन हे माझं hobby म्हणजे छंद आहे.
I'm still in the hobby of singing, and I use the traveling time mostly, which takes 1 hour for me to reach to my home.
Okay, and now can you sing 2 to 3 lines of any song?
Yeah. तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, जिंदगी कूप तुम घना साया, तुमको देखा तो ये ख्याल आया, आज फिर दिल ने एक तमन्ना की, आज फिर दिल ने एक तमन्ना की, आज फिर हमने दिल को समझाया.
My main hobby is cricket. So in a weekday it is not possible to maintain that hobbies, but Saturday, Sunday I have maintained my hobbies regularly.
I like trekking as well as cycling, and I manage my hobbies on weekends.
Well, I have not lost any touch to any hobbies or anything like that, because whenever I get free time, I always ensure that I cherish those hobbies and I continue with it.
My hobbies like trekking and swimming. So every week I used to at least go for a trek once. Swimming is my also good habit, so I used to go for swimming also. But mainly I used to go for trekking.
I like music, listen music and play instrument. I play flute, Indian flute, bansuri, and daily I deal with the bansuri in the evening or whenever I get time. I deal with that instrument, and it's a divine instrument. So when I play, I feel relaxed, mental free. So that's why I always with that instrument.
The main thing that I have lost is about the sports, because I was very much interested in the various types of sports like cricket and football, that type of thing, which I have lost the touch because of the teaching. And the second thing, I am also interested in politics. So I want to join some political party and make campaigns and grow my career in that. So that also I have lost.
When I told students I am a backbencher.
There's nothing like
Something like
my,
interest.
My whole life is an open book. There's nothing like
Thank you so much.
whatever is in my mind, I always speak it out. Perhaps that's why there are a lot of enemies that I create. But then that is what it is.
Guys, let me be very frank. Without any hesitation, let me tell you that during my college days, I used to bunk many lectures, and probably that could be the reason why I could be, very active in different types of student and social activities. But I would suggest don't follow me, at least in this particular part. Bunking lecture is not a solution, but I used to bunk a lot of lectures, and although I never came in the defaulter list, yes, sir. But I used to bunk a lot of lectures.
I would say happy, scared and anxious.
I will tell you my experience. Once by mistake one student's mic was on and he was just speaking, अरे यार please बता दो जल्दी, अरे ये तू वाला कर ले, ये तू भेज ऐसे.
Online teaching in 3 words. First, I would say it's a good interface for teaching both theory as well as some practical or lab related sessions. Second, it gives you kind of flexibility. So these are 2 important characteristics. Third, I would say, which most of you may not be agree, but I strongly believe it's easy to bluff in online teaching. So these are the 3 keywords from my side about online teaching.
Great. So COVID has given many things to us, and one of the great things is online teaching. So it was a best experience, amazing experience, because there are so many things that we have seen that which is better communicated to the students in online teaching. So which is not possible in offline teaching. Like if you want to show some multimedia, if you want to show some simulation, it is best possible in online teaching.
Before 25 years I was in WIT and my experience I will say was up to 3rd year we are not speaking with boys and just now it's totally controversy.
In our days, we used to prepare the exam for 6 months, 1 year. Then we used to give this examination on the entire syllabus. So it's a hardcore learning, and that learning was forever. But this time, the student today learns, and tomorrow they forget all these things whatever they learned in the.
We were totally dependent on 1 or 2 books and the teacher. No other resource was available. Now even if the teachers are not there, you have resources available 24/7. So that I think is the most important. Those are the major changes I think.
Okay, that time it was more disciplined, and we were not happen to be so friendly with our teachers. Whether it was good, but little bit we were at distance, very disciplined. and not like today. It was very strict, discipline and hard that time.
आमच्या वेळेस आमची कधी डेअरिंग झाली नाही की स्टाफ सोबत जाऊन बोलण्याची. आम्ही कधी सरांना व्हॉट्सअप केला नाही, कधी कॉल केला नाही. म्हणजे जायच्या अगोदर 10 वेळेस विचार करायचा स्टाफकडे की जायचं का नाही, जाऊ को नको, असं या पद्धतीने. या आजकाल कसे स्टुडंट डायरेक्ट व्हॉट्सअप, फक्त ओनली व्हॉट्सअपवर असतात. तसं आम्ही त्यावेळेस कधी म्हणजे बोलण्याची हिंमत सुद्धा करत नव्हतो.
Best part of teaching is enlightening many brains, and the worst part of teaching is the repetition of the same thing in different batches of labs and tubes.
According to me, the best part of teaching is, being a teacher, you always get a chance to be with the young minds. And at this age also, I feel myself young because I always, get that opportunity to be with the young people. So that is the best part. Second best part about teaching is that when I go and teach the students, let's say in a theory or in a lab, and for that particular amount of time, whenever I am with the student, I forget everything in my life. So for me, to be frank with you, teaching is like a meditation. Going in the class and be with the student, it's very energetic and very enthusiastic feeling. So that is a very good part about teaching that I personally feel.
If you ask about the best point of the teaching profession, it is that you stay young when you are in this profession because you are always in company of the young minds and young students. You are always learning something new and you are teaching or imparting that knowledge to the young people around you. So in your mind as well as in your learning, you always stay young. So I will say that is the best.
There are many techniques. One which I fondly remember is writing down on their arms and on their legs, below their socks.
Yeah, I know the student. Initially, I caught him during the lab exam, and during theory exams, he had switched something inside his shirt's pocket. So he used to do something like this. So I was just like, what he is doing, and then I just observed from the window that he was taking out some chit from this. He weared the shirt and teared the shirt from this side and is taking it out. That's quite interesting.
One thing that I found very different was that during the Vivas they used to cheat. They had another Google Meet working on the another tab, and they used to listen the questions, and the complete class was on mute and listening to what the questions were asked to the students. So that was one of the very unique way that I found that student could do it.
All the other activities which the students do, the professors also do that. They must do sports, they must do dancing, they must do singing, they must follow their hobbies.